Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am here in Plus Hostel in Prague, and apparently you guys have missed me, man, by all the private messages you guys complaining about me not uploading videos and stuff. But yeah, I'm back. I really need to talk to you guys. We gotta get some therapy out now. Wow, what a crazy couple weeks. I noticed my last video was uploaded on like March 20th. It was like right before I left for Europe. And then I uploaded that Berlin video, and I haven't uploaded anything else since. So I really apologize for that. But if you guys look back to before I left Bangkok, I let you guys know that the up-to-date, the quick content is going to be on Instagram stories. So if you're not following me on Instagram stories, I post every day over there. Go check it out. If you're not following me on my Facebook page, make sure you go follow me on my Facebook page, The Minority Nomad on Facebook, Minority Nomad on Instagram. So I had, like 2 days ago, I had one of the worst travel days, like one of the worst travel luck days that I had. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to tell you guys that story, and then I also wanted to tell you guys how you can deal with these kind of mishaps and things that happen to you. So as a lot of you guys know who follow me on Instagram stories, that I just completed country number 93 on my journey to become the first African American to go to every country in the world, which was Malta. Side note, Malta was amazing. It was surprisingly inexpensive, beautiful. The people were super nice. The food was not too bad, but okay. But I had absolute blast. It was a really good time. So this was Saturday. This past Saturday. I can't remember what today. Today's Wednesday. So this was last Saturday. I had a flight from Malta to Rome, and my flight was at 4:50 p.m. So I scheduled a taxi to pick me up at 2 p.m. through the hostel that I was staying at. The guy shows up at like 12:30. Like, I happened to be downstairs working, and I recognized the hostel's taxi driver. He was there like 12:30, just chatting with the owner, some of the staff, and then they left, and he asked me, hey, are you ready to go? And I'm like, at this point, it's like 1 o'clock. And I'm like, man, I don't want to go to the airport that much early. Even going to the airport at 2 o'clock, it's about a 25-minute ride. Like, even going to the airport at 2 would have got me there around 2:30, and I still would have had 2 hours and some change to my flight, so I'll be just in the airport. So I didn't want to do that. But I was like, all right, man, let's go. Because I didn't want him just waiting around for me. So we go to the airport, and we hit traffic. So he does some MacGyver type stuff and gets us around the traffic, gets me to the hotel in about 45 minutes, give or take. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's going to be a good day. My guy got me through it. So I get to the airport, and I'm flying Ryanair. Whenever I'm in Europe, I fly Ryanair, Blue Air, Wizz Air, Easy. I fly all the low-cost airlines. My bag, when I put it on the scale, it was 17.2 kilos. And she goes, oh, sir, I saw you paid for 15 kilos of your bag, 17.2 kilos. And let me tell you guys something. In like 3 years, I've always done this. Like, if it's under about 2 kilos over, if it's somewhere around 17, under that, they're usually good. But this time, nope. So I had to get my bag, go out of line, and start pulling clothes out. Just start throwing stuff away, throwing away like souvenirs and gifts that I got for people. I just had to get it all out because it would have been like 55 euros, something like that. So I got rid of those. Oh, man, I hope you guys can see me. It's a little dark. Sorry about that. Oh, why does it keep moving? Hold on. Let me try to lock this. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to lock this. I have a new camera set up. So, all right, cool. All right, so back to Ryanair. So I got Ryanair. I got down to like 15.4 kilo, and then she was cool with that. So I'm like, shit, this is gonna be one of those days. So my flight, I had to actually. So Rome is one of the few places that Ryanair flies into both airports. Most low-cost airlines fly into one airport in the city. So basically, I was flying into FCO, which is the main Rome airport, and flying out of CIA, which is the smaller one, more low cost. Basically, it's Ryanair's airport. Pretty much only Ryanair flies in and out of there. So I had 3 hours to get from one side of Rome to the other side, like to get from one airport to another airport. If you've ever been to London, it's like getting from London Heathrow to London Gatwick, or if you've ever been to New York, it's like going to JFK to Newark, or Bangkok is Suvarnabhumi to Don Mueang. It should be able to be done in 3 hours. So I had to fly in. I had to take a train to Rome Central Station, get on another train in Ciampiano, and then go from Ciampiano to Berlin. So our flight from Malta is 30 minutes late, but I'm good though. I missed the flight, the train that I needed to take into Rome, but I was able to get on the very next train. The very next train going into Rome was late, 30 minutes. So that train gets me in there, and I missed the train I needed to take to Ciampiano. So I get on the very next train after that. That train is 30 minutes late. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, all of these things I couldn't control. Like, I was there. It was nothing I can do. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm on a train to Ciampiano. At this point, it is about 8:15. It's supposed to be a 15-minute train. A 15-minute train ride from Rome Central to Ciampiano. So I'm thinking to myself, like, look, even if I do, because our gate closed at, let's say, 8:40. I needed to have my bag dropped at 8:40. I was supposed to arrive at 8:35. And it's supposed to be a 5-minute bus drive or taxi ride to the airport. It's right there. So I'm like, okay, I should be good, because I've had this situation before where low-cost airlines will let me on anyway, even though I missed the bag drop window. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'll just take a taxi. I'll spend the 25 euro to make my flight. I get to Ciampiano, no taxis. I've never seen this in Italy. I've never seen, like, where there's a major train station that close to an airport where there's no taxi service. Nothing. Zero. So I had to stand there for an extra 20 minutes waiting on the bus to come. The bus comes, and I ended up getting there about 9:15. So I was there about 15 minutes before my flight was supposed to take off. I ran over to the information desk, and I asked the lady, like, is there any way I can make my flight? And she was saying, if you didn't have a check bag, for sure we can get you on, because it's a really tiny airport. Literally, I could see my plane. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to adjust the camera. I was running out of memory. I've been taking a lot of video lately. Okay, so anyway, so at this point, I missed my flight. There's no way they can let me on because I have a check bag. So granted, I'm not upset. I'm not frustrated. I fly so much. I've traveled so much that this is just something I knew was only a matter of time before it happened. But one thing I really want to point out is how amazing the staff was there. In particular, there was a lady by the name of Angelica. Angelica, who works the information counter at CIA Airport in Rome, Ciampiano, went above and beyond to make sure I was okay. Like, she not only, the first question I asked was like, hey, is there a close by hotel or affordable, like, bed and breakfast that I can go stay at, so I could take the first flight out in the morning. She went out of her way to find me a really, really affordable one, and which had one room. So I also want to give a shout out to Adriatic. Adriatic, I can't remember the name, the Adriatic Rooms or Inn or something like that. It was a small bed and breakfast, only 2 rooms and a kitchen, right? Not too far from Ciampiano. So Angelica ends up calling them for me, called the owner of the B&B for me, ended up giving me an amazing rate. I got it for 45 euro, and then she actually came and picked me up for an extra 10 euro, like in the middle of the night. Absolutely wonderful lady, wonderful service, and this points out one thing that I've always loved about Italy. I have my issues with Rome. I'm not a big fan of Rome as a transit city. I think it's a one-off city, a place that you go as a tourist and then bounce. Like, I'm not a big fan of Rome. But smaller places, I've always had amazing times in smaller Italian villages around locals. The Italians who aren't big city Italians are some of the warmest, kindest, most accommodating people I've ever met in my travels, especially those who own small bed and breakfasts and small tourist agencies. Specifically this one, I'm going to say this right now on camera. I haven't told her this. I'm going to let you guys know. I will not stay at another hotel unless she's fully booked for the next couple of visits to Rome at the very least. Because not only is it a cute little bed and breakfast, I want to support her business because she goes out of her way to make sure her guests are taken care of, which is something a lot of people don't do. So, needless to say, I ended up having to rebook it. I had to book another ticket. I lost that ticket, obviously, because it was just bad luck. It wasn't the airline's fault. It was just bad luck. So I lost that ticket. I had to rebook another ticket, and I had to get a night's hotel. All of that cost me extra €200. And for somebody, if anybody else is on a budget, then that can really, really hurt. That can really suck for you. So my advice, and this comes to the advice part, my advice is to always make sure you have enough time to make your connections. In my case, I had 3 hours. I should have been able to make that connection. But, you know, sometimes things happen, which goes into the next one. Always be prepared for things to go wrong, things to happen. That's just the reality of travel, especially when you go to places that have more of a less efficient way of doing things. That's my nice way of saying that things in Italy are random at best, to tell you the truth. So yeah, and really stay calm. Like, getting upset about these things, it does nothing. Like, I've seen so many people just raise hell about stuff they just can't control. They yell at the gate agent, they yell at the taxi drivers, they yell at the train conductors, people who have really nothing to do with the situation that you find yourself in. So yeah, that's probably one of the most pain in the ass travel days, just bad luck travel days for me. I've had terrible days before, but this was just, everything was against me, and you know, I believe in fate. You know, for some reason I was not supposed to make it to Berlin that night, but I made it to Berlin the very next day. I only had 1 day to get the shots I needed. That's actually why I went back to Berlin. You guys might remember the assignment that I was on earlier. The weather was atrocious while I was in Berlin, so I had to go back to get the shots that I was contracted to get. So I actually got those shots because the Sunday was absolutely beautiful weather. So yeah, that's it. That's my advice on how to deal with travel mishaps, and that was my most unlucky day. Also, shout out to a partner of mine, Alliance Insurance. If you don't have travel insurance, make sure you get travel insurance, and Alliance Insurance is one of the best in the business. FYI, they are actually one of my sponsors, so I'm not getting paid to say that, but I'm kind of getting paid to say that. So you guys, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram stories, follow me on Facebook. There's a big story coming up about me experiencing nationalism for the first time in Poland, and it was crazy. So go over to my Facebook page, check out that, and get ready for that. That's going to be the next video. So again, leave the world better than you found it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like a couple weeks. I'm a couple weeks out of practice on these videos. I'm a little rusty. So leave the world better than you found it. I'll see you guys in the next video.